Okay guys, I'm just going to give you an update. This is Robinhood has a option now where they have a robust way where you can invest and they actually manage your investments. I don't know if it's some type of algorithm or some type of individual team, but basically I end up trying it out. I made a video on it before. You can check the suggested videos. I believe it is if it's under $500, they put you in ETFs, and if it's over 500, that's when I think they start picking individual stocks and stuff. But I just was going to just track the progress and show you what would happen. Now, as you can see, they have your individual and then your managed account. But this is for this particular video. I'm just going over, how the managed investing portfolio is going, provided by Robinhood. So first things first, what I'm going to end up doing, they normally give you, it says something about new, and it normally gives you an update of, what's going on and the decisions that they tried to make based off of the news and the information available. So they just end up saying checking in after yesterday's down market, the caution, and just I'm not going to necessarily read it, all of that, but it tells you, what happened and the scenario and their approach to it, which to me I think it's pretty beneficial. I like the fact that they give you a reason and stuff like that, and they also have it where you can end up hitting listen and then you can listen so you don't actually have to read it. That's pretty cool too. Now as we go down, it shows the last amount you deposit and the portfolio. You can see the percentage. 52% is in US stocks, 20% is in US bonds, 17% is in international stocks, and 0.57 is in cash percent. And you can also see the dollar amount if you toggle over. If you can see the performance, I only had it for about I want to say a month, maybe 2 months. So for one day, 0.47%, a week, or $1.44, a week up 3.36%, $10, a month up 6.73%, which is not bad. And for 3 months, 4%, and of course I didn't actually have it. So I had it, let's just say April 1st. So year to date up 4%, which is not that bad at all. I think the market key for the year is so the S&P is up 0.31 for the year, but keep in mind that in that time frame, I didn't start. The S&P started in January and it was a lot more rockier, and I started in April, so it might not be the best comparison. But anyway, let's see. When you click on US stocks, they have these are the tickers that they have in the portfolio. Look like they got Russell 1000, a little small cap. Looks like they got dividends. They also have S&P 500 quality ETFs. And by the way, guys, if you would like me to give you, more detailed updates, so whenever they switch their position and why they switched it, just let me know and I can do a lot more frequent videos. So if you guys want to follow, the tracking and how they determine, whether or not what positions they're going to increase and decrease, I'll be happy to do that. I just need to know there's an interest. They got momentum stocks, S&P 500 momentum stocks. So most of these, it looks like, heavily focused on S&P 500 stocks, dividends, and they had the Russell is like the smaller companies. So it looked like from what they were saying, it was a little bit more optimistic. So they increased their position in the S&P and lowered, I think, the dividend position from what I can remember. That's 52%. The next thing they had was bonds. It looks like I forgot what they mentioned as far as the strategy there, but looks like we got 16% 0 to 3 month bonds, and the other The other bonds are short term, so it's probably like maybe 1 year or something like that. They have the 0 to 3 months, and then they have the short term, which was probably only 6 months to a year. I gotta look at that because I can't remember offhand. And internationally, got some international thing. I believe they mentioned something about increasing their position with Japan ETF due to some type of deal. What they think that's going to happen with the tariffs. They got a little bit of China there, and a little bit of European stocks, top 50 stocks or something like that. So I mean that's pretty interesting so far. I'm kind of looking at the insight that they're bringing to the table, and the reasons of why they're making the adjustments, and just just getting a little feel for how that type of investing, what that type of strategy is. But this pretty much concludes this video. What I'm thinking about doing is I'll probably increase the position to maybe over $500. Yes, so that I can see what type of individual stocks that they're picking. Right now they have ETFs, and so far I only had it for a little bit of time, but it looks like their decisions and stuff. It's okay. It's only been a month, and I'm curious to see how this managed investing account by Robinhood will do in the long run. Keep in mind that that's what kind of matters most over a much longer period of time. Well, I guess it depends on your investing strategy, but generally speaking, rule of thumb, long-term returns is what matters most. Of course, everybody has their own time frame and strategy, but for a rule of thumb, you would like to see great returns consistently over a longer period of time. And guys, I think that's all. So that concludes this video. And if you guys are really into it, I might end up doing weekly deposits, but that's it. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Out. Okay guys, and I forgot to add one thing. They also have this future. So when you hit the future, it analyzes and does some type of projection of what your returns is expected to be, and you can kind of toggle left and right, and then you can also adjust it about of how, if you do one-time deposits just once, monthly, it shows you a simulation of what you can expect your returns to be based off of that future projections. So yeah, so you can do that. You can do like a monthly, what would happen if you deposit monthly, or you did a single one-time deposit, and you can just kind of toggle around of what your projected amount would be. Of course, if you deposit a lot more, of course you can see different amounts. So I think that was pretty cool too. I think this component was something that other robust investing platforms have that would be really beneficial, especially for people who wants to kind of see the growth, or they can have they can see it on the chart, where other regular non-robust platforms did not show stuff like this. But it kind of gives the person a way where they can see, hey, what are realistic numbers they have, and just by toggling it, so it can kind of give them a force of encouragement, so that they can see what the numbers will actually be, and they can kind of plan accordingly. But that's it. Just wanted to show you that. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel.